I made it. I made it home.
Hi, sweetheart.
I got home, took a shower, changed clothes.
You look fabulous.
Oh boy, I'm glad traffic was good.
Yeah, I'm glad you made it okay.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, had plenty of
Okay.
time. I talked.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just lost you. Where did you go? Oh, there we go. I had a chance to talk to our one of our representatives at Hampton, and she's going to try to view.
Excellent.
Yeah, she's the associate VP for fund development, and she's helping raise the money for the $1.5 million endowed seat. But she was excited about the potential of bringing this to Hampton when we launched the Joe Jordan Jazz Week, and actually have Hampton students do that would be awesome.
That would be amazing. Yeah, that would.
Oh my gosh. And that theater, that Ogden Auditorium is just like fabulous facility. So it would be cool. Anyway.
Are you an alum?
My two kids are. Both my son and daughter went to Hampton, and that's when I fell in love with it. So when I put the grandfather's collection together, I could think of no other place to put it but at an HBCU, and Hampton has an extensive African-American collection through what they call the Peabody collection at Hampton. So
Excellent. Okay, I'm putting everybody's information in the chat. So, and I put your email as well. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Do you have the chat? Okay.
Yeah, Kimi's Joy 2014. Yeah. I'll put in chat too my website.
Look, isn't that your website? I thought I got it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, emicenterprise.com. Yeah, I didn't see that afterwards. That's it.
See. Oh, good.
Hi, Ann.
Hey. What about the parentheses? That shouldn't be there.
The parentheses. Where?
HTTP IMIKEN enterprises.com. Just take out
at the end. Take out the parentheses at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. They won't let me. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No.
I'm not able to change that once it's in the chat.
Oh, okay. Just we'll tell them to take out the parentheses.
Yeah.
Or they can do this one.
Or you can put yours up right now before I put mine.
There you go. Yeah, if they do the www, it'll come up.
Okay, we have a guest. We have a guest, Richard, coming in right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Richard. That's my husband.
Oh, okay, we have 55 people, so I'm just going to start letting people in so we can start as close as possible.
Are you going to mute them as well as?
They should all be coming in mute, and then I'll
Yeah.
just remind everybody to mute.
Okay.
Just stay muted until we do the talk back.
Yeah. The Q&A.
Yes.
Q&A at the end.
Okay. It's a little warm in here. Let's see.
Yeah, I ended up opening a window because I said I'm nervous, so I said I'm so excited.
I know. You look great, Kimmy. Kimi.
I know it's a unique name.
And I was saying it over and over, and I was doing well, and then just now I stumbled. Well,
Yeah, it's I'm used to it. I'm so used to it. It's funny because it's such a simple name, but it's such a challenging name. Yeah, I remember one time in third grade, we had a substitute teacher, and she was calling roll, and she got to my name and said Kai Mai Jin. And at the end, she said, "Is there anyone's name I didn't call?" And I raised my hand, and she said, "And what is your name?" I said, "My name is Ki Mi Gin." And she goes, "I called you Kai Mai." I said, "No, ma'am." No, ma'am.
oh, she was being yeah.
It's like, no, 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 no. And I was taught to be, respectful to teachers, but I could not live the rest of the day as Kaimai. That was not going to work.
Well, and once you started that, then she'd always call you that.
Yeah, I go like, oh no, 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 no. This is not working for me.
Did you see the sketch comedy where Keegan Michael Key was a Black substitute teacher in a white school?
No.
That's
So
hilarious.
he was used to, D. Laura, right? So he kept pronouncing all of the white kids' names as if they were like Black because the pronunciation is wrong. And the kids are going like, wait a minute, do you mean Aaron? No, Aaron. Aaron.
Oh,
Boy, if you don't stop, I'm gonna stop. It was so funny.
Well, when I was teaching, I had a young lady, and when I was going down my roster, this is what was there was Vagina Johnson, and I got to it and I go like, oh hell to the no, so I went through the thing and I said, is there anyone's name that I didn't call him? And this little Black girl raised her hand. And I said, and what is your name? Visionet. I said, oh.
Oh my God.
There's no way you can get Visionet out of that. But that's how she spelled it. And that's how she pronounced it. And I said, when she goes to do a resume and looking for a job.
As she got older. I think as she got older, she realized and figured out she had to maybe used her middle name.
She had changed a little bit.
I mean, really, what's wrong with these parents?
Well, see, my mother had one with the same name, but I think it really was supposed to have been
Visionet?
Oh, no.
I don't even want to say
because they thought, I think the mother thought it was like Virginia.
Oh.
I think that's what was going on.
Yeah, but there's a lot of folks that have unique names. I have folks that names are where was I? That was named after some wine. Chardonnay. Her name was Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. Or we have somebody by the name of Chablis.
My mother taught one that was, every time I see Forrest, and I think her student's name was Forrest Green.
Forrest Green. Parents ought to be shot. Come on. That's not nice.
One time I had a room full of Chinese students, and the Chinese students at the university usually change their names to American names like John and, whatever they like, right? But I refused because after all, African Americans were made to change their names. Mm-hmm. So it was torture for me and them every day when I had them, because it sounded like I was doing wind chimes. Ching, Zhou. Oh, yeah. It was like a nightmare.
And they're privately thinking, just call me John.
Just call me John. Please just call me John.
Okay. Well, like I said, I think we have, at last count, 54 people, so.
I couldn't get I had to have you give me permission to access the invite on Google Docs for whatever reason. And I don't even know why it was on Google Docs, because when you sent it to me before, it was on Excel, which is fine.
It should have been Excel, and it asked me if I wanted you mean the one that I sent yesterday?
Yeah.
I thought I did exactly, because it asked me if I wanted to give privilege to you guys to use it, and I said yes. So, sorry.
That's okay.
Do you want me to email it to you right now?
No, that's okay. I'll get it. I'll get it later on.
Okay, where's our buddy Reginald? There's my phone. So Anne, the last we spoke, you were preparing food. Did you get a chance to eat?
Yeah. I was gonna mute myself until we come on because Diamond is snoring in the background.
You can't.
And you can't hear? Okay, good. And she's a little dog. I mean, she's not little tiny. She's, meaning she's about 50 pounds, but she snores like a man with adenoid problems.
Leave Diamond alone. She's your buddy.
Yeah.
I think once I do your intro, Anne, and you guys get started, I am going to stop my video so that I can set everything up for the video. And I dropped that program in a different, I've dropped the program you want to see in a different program, so I think it looks better.
Oh, okay, cool. Good.
So Kimi, are you doing your programs virtually now, or are you actually going into schools? And you're muted, sweetheart. You're muted.
Yeah, I did Kwanzaa virtually this year. And I just got a request just yesterday to do a Black History this Friday, but I can't do it this Friday. So I'll have to reschedule that. But they actually are on hybrid. So they are doing an assembly and they're spacing the kids out so I can actually do live at that school, which is great. It's so much better live because you want the reaction from the kids and the, all the excitement that's in the facility, in the room. So
Now, how old are usually the kids?
I do kindergarten. Well, I do elementary. Most of mine are in elementary, so K to 5.
Okay.
And sometimes principals will go, I don't know if my kindergartens. I said, trust me, I got your kindergartners. Don't worry about it. Because the imagery comes out of the storytelling, their eyes get big. I love it. I watch their eyes get bigger and bigger. So, but I've done my African American storytelling from kindergarten into college in community centers. When my mom was in her retirement home, I would go there and do their Black History program. And it was great to see the seniors, 70, 80, 90-year-olds getting into storytelling because I do one of the stories I do, there's body movement. So I get the audience up and moving around. So yeah, it's fun. I love it. I love it. I miss it though, because I love being in the schools, and hopefully come September will be normal. And I don't know, I hope so.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
It's good to see you guys.
Good to see
Nice to
you.
see
How
you.
are you?
Good. Bill is making dinner right now, so I think he'll be sneaking in at the last minute.
I was saying that I have over 50 people that have registered, so it's going to take a minute to get everybody in. So he should be able to. There's Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hi there. How's it going?
Good.
Great.
How are you?
Hi, Ann.
Hey, Karen. How did your interview go? Do you think it went well?
I think it went well, and I ended up starting to do it myself just because I was having trouble with the transcription. So I'm almost done.
Wow.
Yeah, the interview was over an hour, but I think when you know what the words are, it's easier to transcribe. But anyway, we'll see.
Hi, Rose.
Rose. Rose.
They're all stuffed.
Oh,
Hi, Bill. Hi, Rose.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful picture.
Hi.
Wow.
I see, and that is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, come on, take the picture off. Let's see.
Oh, no. I didn't expect
All
to
right.
be on video. Maybe later.
Okay.
Folks are coming in.
Hi, Geneva.
Hi, Ed, how are
Clay.
you?
Great.
Mwah, good to see you.
Clay,
Hi, Clay.
yes.
Hello, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm doing. I'm trying to move the stupid screen. I'll get there.
How's Marjorie?
She's doing well. She's upstairs resting.
Good. All right.
There
Here
we-
comes Reginald. Clay, you're coming in twice? What's going on?
Ooh,
Maybe it's something.
Another Reginald?
No, I had two Clays.
Oh, Clay twice.
I'm only coming. Who's Clay?
Clay is actually my first, he's another
Oh.
grandchild.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go.
Hi, Clay.
Hi. Oh, that's another Clay.
Yep.
I'm Clay.
Oh, that's not because of Clay. Oh, that's not Clay. What's with all of this? My goodness.
Can't hear.
I hear you.
Okay.
Clay, you're
Sorry
muted.
about that. So I put you in.
I'm getting a message telling me that I can't start my
I'm back.
I can't start my video.
You can't.
Well, at least you still got hair on top too, Clay.
You want to see the back?
I think I know what it is.
Oh,
I
look
think I know
at
what
you.
it is.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I got it. Sorry.
I did have a haircut.
Uh-oh.
There's
Hello,
Reginald. Hi,
Reg.
Reginald.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Reginald.
Hi. Okay, yeah. All
He
right.
never seems to fail.
I muted mine. Okay, we're halfway there. We've got 21. We're expecting 50, so a little over, maybe 54.
Okay, wonderful.
So, talk amongst yourselves, because I'm going to ask you to mute once we get going.
Okay. Give me a moment. I'm actually gonna mute now.
You're gonna what, Reginald?
I
Yeah.
just say he's muting now.
Yeah, I'm about to
Oh.
mute now. Give me a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hello. I don't think I know anything.
Did I lose someone? We'll give it a couple more minutes. That's okay.
Is that Surratt Scott? Surratt?
Maybe she stepped, it looks like she stepped away, Anne.
Hi, Ann, nice to see you.
That's Surratt?
From the musical writers group.
Oh, hi. How are
Pam.
you, Pam?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good.
Hi, Ann. Nice to see you as well.
Hi, Yarel. How are you?
I'm good, good. Good to see you.
You can be sure that you're going to have a great time at MSU.
Woo, woo.
Yeah. Saran! Ah, the most fabulous director ever.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, good.
Thank
I
you.
didn't know we were going to be on camera, so I had to go fluff up a bit.
Oh, now CN put a hat on.
Same here, right?
Hats are good.
Hello, Carol.
Where is she? Oh, there you are. Hi, Carol.
Miss Fabulous.
One day when I grow up, I'm going to buy a piece of your art. When I become a real adult.
You're muted.
She's mute. You're muted.
Muted.
There we go.
Carol was in the Free Press at the news, right? The news, both in the newspaper edition, like remember newspaper, and digital edition for her work. What's it called?
Healing Wall.
The Healing Wall.
Yeah.
Beautiful piece.
Thank you. I hope everybody gets a chance to see it. It's on exhibit right now at the Scarab Club in Detroit with.
I read about that. Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, with 18 other artists. It's called Soul of Black Folks, Bearing Our Truth.
Hi, Ann.
Where are you? Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. David and I are listening in on this.
Oh, okay, great.
All right.
We'll give it a couple more minutes and then we'll get going. And I'll just, like I said, Ann, I'll back out and then I'll just keep letting people in.
Okay.
Hi, Rose. Susan's coming in. There she is. Hi, Susan. Nice to see all these faces.
Hi, Anita. I'm on my phone, so I'm not familiar with how stuff works.
And do you want to wait a little while or do you want to go ahead? We have 25 now.
Let's go ahead.
Well, welcome everybody to ASalon. This is the virtual space for all things arts and cultural in Detroit. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Anita Joyce Barnes and I'm the curator for, I'm doing too many things at one time, for this turnkey virtual destination for artists. ASalon has several components. There's the book club, which promotes selected authors and their books. There's the studio, which is where we are now, the virtual space for musicians and performance artists. And then there's the Black Box, which provides virtual space for theater groups to hold rehearsals and performances. Coming soon, we'll expand to include an arts gallery and an author's corner. Today we're honored to premiere Ann Eskridge's If Pekin is a Duck, Why Am I in Chicago's promotional documentary.
I love it.
My dear friend Ann is a prolific writer. She writes historical fiction as her homage to her ancestors. Her credits include The Raven, a novel about two Underground Railroad conductors, Slave Uprisings and Runaways, a book she penned for middle school students, The movie Brother Future, which some of you might have seen, aired on PBS. Her full-length musical comedy, Satin Doll, which is Anne's Black version of Pygmalion, and Echoes Across the Prairie, another very provocative musical. Anne has had her plays and musicals workshopped and premiered at the Theater Now in New York, Playhouse on the Square in Memphis, and Purple Rose, to name a few. Now it's my pleasure to turn this event over to Anne.
Thank you, Anita. And that was a political announcement. All right. If Pekin is a duck, why am I in Chicago? I decided to write this script only because I spent about 2 or 3 years researching a family friend of ours. His name is Alfred Anderson. His stuff when he died went to his wife, and then when she went into the nursing home, a lot of her things and his things came to my parents. And when my father died, I just picked up a lot of stuff and brought it home. And I was looking through it one day, and a lot of it was Alfred Anderson's lyrics, his songbooks, his poetry books, little gems that he had written down. And I became curious as to when he was a lyricist. And it was only after taking a musical theater class, auditing that I decided to do some research. Couldn't find out a lot about him, but did find out something about the composers that he worked with. Will H. Dixon, Joe Jordan, Arthur Shaw. And with a grant a fellowship that I got from the Mellon Foundation, I went to Chicago, which is my hometown, and I started researching it at the Washington Library and at the University of Chicago Library. So a couple of years later, I came up with If Pekin is a Duck, Why Am I in Chicago? Which I thought would be a catchy title if you remember some of the songs or seen some of the sheet music from that time period. They have these really interesting titles. But I had 2 pieces that needed to be composed. One was from Alfred Anderson, but it had no music. And the other one was the song that was supposed to win this particular bet. And I called on Reginald Robinson, who is not only a composer, a musical historian, but also a MacArthur Genius Fellow, to do the composing of these 2 lyrics, these 2 songs. And now I want to talk to Reginald, if I can find him. Where are you, Reg? There you are. And I just want you to give some background on why this period of time, the 1900s to the 1920s, is so important.
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me here, be a part of this, I should say. From what I know, is it's a little earlier than 1900s. Actually, about 1890 to about 1920. From that period, the roots of jazz were being planted. I mean, the seeds of jazz were being planted, and syncopation began to be the thing that was very, very important. And I guess the music industry called it ragtime, and that happened in Chicago in 1893. So during that period, the early 1890s on up to the 1920s, all this music was being developed, blues and jazz, and it was the elements like the breaks in music. You would have like a break or feel and all this, all these things. These parts of music were being developed. So it wound up being when people like Louis Armstrong came along, it was like all these seeds had already been planted. So it was, from what I know, that was the important part. What I'm trying to say is the important part was the people who came before, who laid the foundation. And I think that's what's missing a lot. It's, a lot of people don't understand that jazz didn't just spring up out of nowhere. It was already being developed back in the 1900s with people like Joe Jordan and Louis Chauvin and Scott Joplin. So yeah, it was that's the important part, you know, related to music.
So,
hope I explained it. Hope I explained it clearly.
so maybe you can introduce Kimi.
Oh yes, yes, I'm honored to introduce Kimi, who is the daughter of Joe Jordan.
Granddaughter.
The granddaughter. The
No,
granddaughter.
I'm not that old.
Right. Granddaughter, yes.
And like Reginald, I am just absolutely honored to be part of this wonderful opportunity to launch the documentary. Yeah, I grew up with my grandfather out here in the great Northwest, out in a place called Tacoma, Washington. And how I got so excited about and how it's connected to today is back in 2005 when I sold the family home and we were clearing it out. There were these 8 boxes that I had never seen before, and they turned out to be all of my grandfather's memorabilia. And so, just like Anne, I just sat down and said, what is all this? Why didn't I know about this? Let me start digging through that. Well, as I started digging through and doing my research, I ended up with over a 600 item historically documented, authenticated, and it was according to the appraisal, a priceless collection, although we had to put a monetary piece on that so we can make the donation. And the donation of all of this is at Hampton University. It is called the Joe Jordan Ragtime Jazz Collection. There's all kinds of memorabilia. There's over 100 handwritten compositions, some of them in conjunction with Mr. Alfred Anderson. But we are just thrilled that Anne's research, Anne's information, Anne's excitement certainly aligns with what we're doing with our family, the Jordan family at Hampton University, and we're just excited to see what's going to happen with the documentary today. I love the title, and Anne, you're absolutely right. A lot of that music always had little catchy titles. It was always, and then the lyrics in it, but it was always sort of a fun kind of upbeat, just got you going. So I'm hoping today, as you all enjoy this wonderful production that Anne's put together, that you know that from the Joe Jordan family, we are proud, we are honored that we've been asked to be part of this. And Clay Jordan is also over there. That's my first cousin. Clay is another descendant of Joe Jordan, and he and I pretty much work a lot together to keep this thing going. And yeah,
Kiwi's in charge. Kiwi's in charge. She's wonderful. She's a wonderful lady.
Love you, cuz. Love you, cuz.
You too, baby. Yeah.
And just so you all know, there is a huge collection that Hampton, we're getting it digitized now. It is going to be available for more public domain. We also are incorporating the collection into the History of Jazz 201 class at Hampton University. In addition, we're getting ready to raise enough funds to have a Joe Jordan endowed music seat. And in 2022, we are launching the Joe Jordan Jazz Week at Hampton University. We are so excited. With all of that, let's get started. I'm going to pitch it to Anne so that we can see the wonderful work that she has done. And let's just enjoy the rest of the afternoon, y'all. Let's go.
Thank you, Kimi. So here we go. We're going to play the documentary. Well, it's a docu-promo, whatever you want to call it. Anita? And would you please mute your mics? Thank you. Black people created their own theater, their own vaudeville. And Pekin Theater was one of those places that, you know, started the trend. And so we have a number of entertainers who have gone across the country and even the world, but who starred at the Pekin Theater. The play is about this Black gangster who's sort of modeled on Robert Mott's. And he makes a bet with these two Italian gangsters that he can find 2 people that can compose music better than what's heard on the radio. And the money starts flying to the point where he thinks that with this money, he can buy the Pekin and also bring it back to its glory. So he kidnaps Alfred Anderson and Joe Jordan. They have 1 hour to come up with a piece of music that's better than what's heard on the radio. The hook of the story, the bet, was actually true. There were these guys who were in a restaurant or a bar or whatever, if this is a newspaper story, and they bet that Joe Jordan and Alfred Anderson could come up with a song better than was played on the radio. So they got these guys, locked them up in a room, and apparently it must have been good because somebody lost their, I think it was a diamond stick pin that was bet. So this bet was actually the hook for my story. So what you see here will be these two guys trying to figure out what it is they can do in an hour in order to please this gangster.
I told you I didn't want to talk about it anymore. We're wasting time.
Whatever you say. So, where are we?
Same place we were 5 minutes ago before you started reminiscing. I wish I could remember those songs.
Well, didn't you write some kind of song for Nettie?
Nettie. Oh, Nettie. God, what a voice.
What a mouth. That woman could cuss you out 40 ways from Sunday. It'd be such a little thing if she could drink you under the table. Was she a looker? Oh my God, did that woman have a...
And a vibrato that could carry from here to Prairie Street. Wait a minute. There's a song I wrote with Edward Llewellyn a long time ago. I think Nettie sang it. This life is made up, so they say, a mixture of sorrows and joys. Though we don't play in the same childish ways, we're still little girls and boys.
And it isn't a toy, but a heart still broken that brings back the tears. But a kiss can replace the smile to your face as it did in those fond other years. With a tear, a kiss, a smile, loss of life, does fate beguile? When a tear is smothered by a kiss, a smile will tell the world of bliss, just as sunshine follows rain. So each joy must have its pain. It's the same old story all the while. A tear, a kiss, a smile.
We can't use it.
Why not? It's a good song. If we change the words around a little bit and maybe make it a little more upbeat, no one will know.
Sylvester Russell.
What is he? Oh.
Remember? He heard it and wrote about it. Big Man is sure to find out that you already wrote that song.
Sylvester Russell.
By Sylvester Russell, the foremost colored dramatic critic for the Indianapolis Freeman. The music, which is under the direction of Joe Jordan, dragged in the sentimental numbers. It is somewhere off in dreamland where Mr. Jordan goes. Sometimes he wakes up and smiles, but why not stay awake and keep the orchestra together?
I hated Sylvester Russell.
The reason why colored singers lose their voices so early is because most of them have never been properly trained. Rubber baby buggy bumper. Another reason is because singers are too obliged to sing for anyone or everyone who flatters them. I want to remind singers that if they would use their selfishness in favor of their voices instead of other ways, they would be much better off in the end.
Everybody hated Sylvester Russell.
The music in the show is authentic music of the time. All but one piece was written by Alfred Anderson. There were two pieces that I didn't have any music for. So I asked Reginald Robinson, a music historian and a MacArthur Genius Fellow, to compose for those two pieces.
You told me that you wanted, the important thing was that, because I knew the Alfred Anderson tune was from about 1908. And you told me that you wanted, with your song, you wanted it to sound from like later years. So there is a difference in the sound. And I listened to a lot of the music from the early 1900s, music from people like Joe Jordan and Louis Chauvin, and even Scott Joplin, he wrote songs. And the chords were different. I mean, it was pretty much a basic chord changes. And the rhythmic patterns were different too. And so in that time of Joe Jordan and the Alfred Anderson song, that's more like a two-step. It's a two-step, or it could be a slow drag, or there was a different style, in around that time, 1900s. And then around the tune that you wrote, you wanted it to sound like it was from like the teen years. So I stretched it a little bit. I was like, well, I wanted it to be up tempo like the foxtrot. The foxtrot was coming in around 1913, 14 years like that. And the foxtrot went all the way into the 1930s. I think they were still writing foxtrots around that time. So I wanted to make it in that style, like the foxtrot style. I said it would be different. It's a different rhythm, a different feel.
Okay, so there are a lot of Black composers during that time period. How come we don't know anything about them?
Well, they've forgotten. A lot of them are forgotten with time. A lot of people don't go back and preserve their family's history. And so there are so many musicians who are just forgotten with time. And it's an honor to be talking with you. You are a descendant of one of these great musicians, and great artists. So it's like, I just think it's important. We too often Black people, we don't hold on to our history. A lot of it gets thrown in the trash.
The second piece is about Big Man, because we know that he wants to buy the Pekin, but we really, really don't know the emotional impact behind it. And what he's going to talk about is how he moved from the South to the North to make it good. And this is his trip back home and what he found. And this is his impetus for trying to bring the Pekin back.
I sent money back. Ain't right. Wouldn't have done no good. None of the family could read. I kept sending money. I waited, till I could get my ducks in a row. Last month, I went back last month for the first time in years. Came back to show them what I made of myself. Show them I'm the big man in this town. Last month, I decided to drive down in my new car. Last month, I drove down to Duck Hill, Mississippi to show off what I got. Ain't nobody home. House empty. Someone in town said there was a bad influenza going around. My mom and dad, my sister and brother, they all caught it and died. Didn't even know where they was buried. But I know that they in colored heaven, where they can dance and sing and make up songs. Ain't nobody stopping them now, because colored heaven is where there ain't nobody got his foot on your neck and his hand in your pocket. Colored heaven is when you can live the life you wanna and make people happy doing it. That, son, is colored heaven. And that's what I want now. I ain't dying to get there neither. That's what this place and Bob Moss means to me. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make this place my colored heaven.
There you go, folks.
Yay.
Thank you.
Yay. Woo.
Very good.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Very good. Ann.
Wonderful,
Very nice.
wonderful.
Let me get my thank yous.
Fantastic.
All right. First of all, let me say that all of this talent is Detroit talent.
Yes.
That's it. All right. Number 2, Gaslight Productions and John Sloan. Thank you so much. He was the person who directed the actors as well as did the videotaping, as well as did the editing. I saw Rose here. Where's Rose? Rose, the other Rose, from Detroit area Writers Network, who gave the initial an initial grant. Then there's Sundance and the Knight Foundation, who gave an additional grant. Initially, this was supposed to be a staged reading, but the Playhouse on the Square in Memphis, Tennessee, emailed me and called me and said, oh, we want to do a stage reading of Pekin. I went, oh, okay, I'll use the money for something else. And this is what I put the money toward. So that's it. The floor is open. I don't know if Lawrence is here. Lawrence Levins. Is Lawrence here?
I don't think so, Ann.
Okay. But I did want to mention that Lawrence was the person who actually put me in touch or made me get in touch with Reginald. Lawrence did the same thing that, well, actually, he was a family friend of William H. Dixon, who was a composer and an actor. And the family died, and they were throwing all of Dixon's stuff in the garbage.
Oh, dear.
And Lawrence rescued it became and started putting it together and analyzing it. And he contacted me, and I talked about the relationship between Alfred Anderson and William H. Dixon. And Lauren said, well, just write him. Just write Reginald. All he can say is no. And okay, I emailed Reginald with this long email and said, I have this piece, blah, 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 blah. And Reginald said, wow, that's great. Yeah, I'd love to. So I wanted to thank Lawrence as well for goading me into doing that. But I'd like to open the floor for any comments, any questions about the piece, the history, Joe Jordan, which Kimmy can answer. Anybody?
And this is Clay Jordan.
Yeah.
Where is the Harold Washington Library located?
Chicago.
Okay.
In Chicago, like off of State Street.
And I just thought the piece was just terrific. I really enjoyed it. I never say this, but I wanted to see more.
That's what it's for. So
Yeah, it's gonna be
I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I've got a question for your composer. I became familiar with stride music a couple of years ago, and I was wondering in what time frame the stride came in there.
Stride came in with U.B. Blake and Lucky Roberts around 1906 or 7, around that time, and they developed it. They were the two fathers of stride piano, and then it was later developed by James P. Johnson. He became the king, pretty much the king of stride piano, and became Fats Wallace's teacher and Duke Ellington's teacher, and yeah, so yeah. Did I answer your question properly?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I enjoy stride and as well as ragtime, and I was just wondering what the time frame was like. You answered my question, yes.
Oh yeah. It really started becoming popular around 1915. Yeah, around that time.
So
And
when
if I could
stride directly into ragtime, did it go from stride?
Stride is ragtime. It's
stride. Okay.
Yeah, stride is actually ragtime. It's just
early ragtime, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
It's earlier ragtime.
I didn't.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, ragtime. Oh yeah, I can hear you. What was the question?
I was saying that the stride piano is like really early ragtime, isn't it?
No. Stride was ragtime is like a hybrid of ragtime. It was ragtime progressing forward, more towards jazz. So it was more improvisation, more.
Are you able to play a sample of that, Reginald?
Oh boy, I'm not really ready to do it.
I'm sorry. I
can do it, but I'm not really ready to do it. I don't think the camera is set up for me.
I think you probably do excellent.
Sure.
Let's see what you got.
This is stride.
Let me see something. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if you can hear this.
We can hear you.
So now, Reginald, is this?
If this is too much, maybe not to do
There
this.
you go.
Yeah.
You're getting the volume up. Turn the speaker.
Are you going to play ragtime?
Can you hear that?
Stride.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Okay, so ragtime is this. Oh, you know, typical ragtime. Stride would be more something like. No, it's like a left hand.
Left hand's really busy there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that would be stride, yeah. Because the left hand took a stride.
Okay, that's why I was one of the term then has to do with the left hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I could just interject how important it is the fact that we have the Joe Jordan collection at Hampton University, and the university has agreed now to incorporate the collection into the teaching of the history of jazz. This is the kind of information that the students have not been getting. But now they can actually live this and be fully engaged with this history. And Reginald's going to be, both Reginald and myself, we're doing a guest lecture on April the 7th at Hampton University to begin that process, to really make sure that students that are studying history of jazz at Hampton University have the full knowledge. And we're excited that Hampton University has agreed to allow us to do that. So we're real excited.
That's wonderful.
Any other question? Pam?
That's a question. This is so fantastic. And I have to say, I'd heard of Joe Jordan, but I didn't know Alfred Anderson. It's 100% true that that a lot of these artists are just not as well known as some of the others. And so I think it's great work that you're doing to spread awareness of the music and their artistry. I'm wondering, other than Hampton, are you all thinking of taking it to other universities and other, because I think everyone should learn about these musicians. It's so interesting, and I hope you'll bring
Pam,
it to other schools.
it's a great question, and the thought is, the word vanguard. We'd like to be the vanguard and then make it a. We want to perfect it at Hampton University so then it can be portable, because with the technology we have, it's so easy to share information and
Right. Even that documentary is easily shareable.
Absolutely.
On to a broad audience, so that you get people really excited about it. And I think that it's a great moment in our cultural times and history to spread the word and raise awareness. And I just think it's a super exciting project. So congrats.
Thank you, Pam. Yeah, we share your passion on that. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Any other questions?
I just want to say congratulations to you guys. It was wonderful. I was, I wanted more as well. So thank you for inviting me.
You're quite welcome. How is David?
David is fine. He enjoyed it. He was trying to talk to you guys when it was muted. And he really got excited when he saw Travis. So yeah, that was very good.
May I ask a question?
And I just wanted to say to you and Reginald, it was really beautiful and so entertaining. And I've seen so many Zoom presentations, but this surpasses everything I've seen for entertainment on video, because you feel like you saw a mini movie with such interesting characters. And it was just so well done. And I love the cinematic effects on there. I mean, did you all use real film, or was that?
No, that was John's thing.
He's amazing. John Sloan is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so beautiful.
Yeah.
May I ask Anne a question?
Yeah.
I'm curious about the demo aspect of this. What is the plan for this piece?
That's what I want to do, and Sarette, you can help me out because I'm still new to theater. I want to send it out as a pitch, a video pitch to different theaters to interest them in whether or not they would do a production of the play.
In terms of, when you say theaters, you mean film or live?
No. Theaters.
Okay.
Not movie theaters, but live
stage.
Performing. Yeah. Yeah, Jane. I'm sorry, Jane.
It was pretty much the same question of what's the next step. And so I think I just had that answered, but it was really exciting to be part of this.
Well, thank you. The next step for me, it was script read at Playhouse on the Square. I'm waiting to see whether or not they may want to do a production. I don't know. In the meantime, I'm sending it out to other theaters and pitching the idea of doing something like this. I would love to have a theater in Chicago do it, because that's where it belongs, but I'll wait. I'll see. We'll see.
You know what? I talked to you about this one time, Anne, over at Anita's house, about Ron Simons, and Clay knows him as well. He's a Broadway producer who really emphasizes Black playwrights in Black theater. And, maybe Anita or Clay, I don't know, we could introduce them and maybe it would be something he would be interested in. Although I hate to say he's out of New York. So what do they know about theater, right?
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, we're Facebook friends, so maybe, we can work something out.
Great.
Anne, I was just going to throw out another idea of just getting it produced is maybe to go to a university because they love, for them to premiere it.
Yeah, and Hampton, I'm sure would love to be one of those universities, especially with the launch of the Joe Jordan Jazz Week next year, 2022.
Yeah, there you go.
Great.
Or the Hillberry.
Yeah, could be part of that week. Yeah. So believe me, I'll be talking more to Hampton. You can count on.
You'll have her own personal copy.
Love it. Love it. Just for the sake of information, I was in Chicago, but I think it's 2 years ago. And actually where the Pekin Theater was now, if I remember correctly, it is a soul food restaurant in that building in Chicago. And
actually, no, it's
because I actually went on a tour with, and Reginald could tell, remember Tomlinson took us on the tour and we went to and he showed us where the old was. Well, right in that site now is a restaurant. I think isn't that the same place, Reginald?
Is that where we had the?
You're speaking about the chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
Yeah. The chicken and waffles is at what street is that?
Isn't it where it was? The site? No, I thought it was.
Where the Pekin Theater was located is now the site of the Dearborn Homes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where we did the production. That's where it was.
Yeah.
But there was something.
Yeah.
You know what? There was something at wherever that soul food. There was another part of where Grandpa used to play. So maybe it was the Pekin Theater.
There was a theater. That's a theater there.
There was a theater there, but it wasn't the Pekin Theater.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to get. We just remember going and having soul food, and they said, "Yeah." So I just made an assumption it was Pekin, but the Pekin Theater is where we did the outdoor concert across the right.
Yeah.
Right by the.
Okay. All right.
Right by the.
Gotta keep the truth. Gotta keep it right. I don't want to be spreading no lies.
That soul food place served duck.
I don't want to be one of them.
I'll say again.
Okay. Any other questions?
Okay.
So how do we gracefully get out of this?
Yeah. Click on leave. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well,
thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting us. I really appreciate it.
Beautiful job, Anne.
Thank you for
this was outstanding.
Congratulations.
Yeah, great job.
Thank you, Reginald. Thank you all.
Thanks, Anita, for ASalon.
Yay, thank
everyone for coming.
Brilliant, yeah.
If you want information about Anne or Reginald or Kimi, all that information is in the chat. I'm going to save the chat. You can email me or get in touch with me and I can send that to you.
Excellent.
All right.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all for coming.
Have a great afternoon.
Bye. Everybody stay safe.
You too.
And Kimi, you want to stay on so we can?
I'll stay on for a bit. Sure.
Okay.
Congratulations, Anne.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Clay.
Excuse me. Anne, I sent Sarette a message on chat. Can you ask her to look at it?
Sarette, a message. Christine sent you a message on chat.
There it is.
I sent a message back.
Okay.
It's there.
Back.
Yeah. And I would strongly recommend that whatever university you start at Hampton to work out anything you need to work out and perhaps move it on to another university, because when you're dealing with musicals, people are less, they need more work. They need more time for people to figure it out, especially since it's a period piece. And you need to sort of find a way to merge it into some understanding of what you're doing right now with, the teaching in the university and all, so that when it comes to a commercial theater, you have a lot of background to help support it. And I think the fact that it is a period piece is just wonderful, because once we do climb up out of this, whatever's going on in the world, a lot of things are going to be lost and a lot of things are going to be found. So you're going to need to have a way to say to people, this is where it started somehow. This is the basis for it, because it's going to move on in a whole other way in theater, in all those, everything, in all of the arts. So it was a wonderful piece, and I really enjoyed the fact that it was a period piece, and when you did the promo, you did capture that. The young woman singing had the mannerisms. It was beautiful. I love the fact that the film thing was going across so that it got grainy and crazy. So because that's where it was. So, good luck and knock it out the park. And it's great to see you, Anne. It's been years and years.
I know. Okay, so
thank you for your comments. Those are wonderful.
I'm going to do the introduction. Sarette was my first director at Sundance in Utah. She did The Sanctuary. It still hasn't been produced, by the way. But anyway, let's not go there. And she also was, which girl were you in the first For Color Girls Who Committed Suicide But a Rainbow?
Oh, wow.
I was Orange.
You were Orange Girl. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and Sarette, you still live in Washington, D.C., right?
No, born and raised there, but got the hell out of there as soon as possible. Just saying. No, I'm up here, New York, New Jersey area.
Oh, okay, good. Well, you're still directing too, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you coming on and watching the promo. I'm in a musical theater class, not a class, it's a workshop, music. What is it? Theater Now New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and with a group of other people, and I'm working on another musical besides Satin. We've got most of the lyrics done for Satin. We probably are redoing some, and I'm writing another piece just to catch you up on my. All right. So, thank you. Thank you.
Sarette, this is Kimi. Could you put your contact? I'm going to be on the East Coast March 22nd through April 5th. I'm going to be in Hartford, Connecticut. I'd love to come down on the train and meet you. If you're in the New York area, that's just a 2-hour train ride down from Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah. I'll just put it in the chat.
Okay, I'd love to meet you.
Yes.
Well, I'm in the area.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments and your suggestions.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
To you all. It's been wonderful. And Christine, thank you for tuning in. And
thanks
thank
for
you.
inviting me.
Yeah.
It was so great finally seeing Anne in person, sort of in person. Anyway, seeing your face finally. I loved your work.
Thank you.
And I heard so much about you too, Kimi, and I've been a fan of Sarette's work for years, apparently.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Great. Great.
So,
well, I've said, even though we've had this pandemic, it's moments like this that I say, these are the opportunities that came out of all this craziness that we've been going through for the last year. So I appreciate that virtually we can at least get connected, which is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Well, that's why ASalon is here. That's what I think is great about this virtual thing.
Yeah.
Meeting people you wouldn't normally meet. So
that's right. And Reginald, thank you for inviting, getting me connected. I appreciate you so much.
Oh, no problem. This is supposed to happen. That's how it's supposed to be, I'm gonna say bye. I'll have to run. I'm trying to find an instrument.
We are gonna light up Hampton Roads. Let me tell you.
Okay. Anything else?
I'll say good night to you all.
Okay.
Bye, Reginald. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you, Sarette.
Bye. Thank you. Okay. Hi, Patty. I see you there. Okay, Ann, did you want to just talk later, or what do you want to do?
We can. I just wanted to make sure that if you had anybody else had anything to say, to say it. So no.
Okay, thank you both. It's a pleasure meeting both of you. I will keep you abreast as to what's happening as Hampton as we move along. And I think there's some good chances of some good collaboration that we can do some fabulous things, even when it comes to getting some funding together, because you know, unfortunately, it does take the Benjamins to get a lot of stuff done. So
right.
And as we're writing the grants for the overall generic part of Joe Jordan, there's money that can be, put on a line that can go to productions and things like this. We can write.
Let me know if you need anything and I'll send it to you. If they want a copy of the script, I'll send it to you. If they just want a synopsis, you can always find, now that it's up on YouTube, my YouTube, you can just click on it and they can see it.
Yeah. By chance, Anita, did you show a Felicia Blow? Was there a Felicia Blow that was one of the participants?
No, I do not see a Felicia.
Okay, because she's the associate professor or president of fund development, and
well, she might have come in as an iPhone participant, and I might not have seen her name.
Yeah. But anyway, she said she was going to try to click in. How about a Gladys Bell?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like I said, there were quite a few iPhone participants.
And they might have been because they weren't at the university, so they might have just come in by phone. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, I'm gonna leave you guys.
Yeah, likewise. Be blessed. Enjoy your Saturday.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. This is just my heart is just smiling. This is oh my gosh, this is incredible.
You are a wonder. I hope we keep in touch, Kimi.
Absolutely, you can count on it for sure. I've never been to Detroit, so
hey,
when this is over, it's a great place.
Yeah, I've never been. So I have to come to Detroit.
Yes. All right, take care. Have a good afternoon.
Same to y'all. Bye-bye now.
Okay, Patty, you talking to me now? You're muted. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I came in late. I had Maya. I had to go drop her off. As soon as I came back, I came on. So I missed Clayshaw.
Well, I recorded. Oh, this is still recording. Let me stop it. And then I can give you the, you know what? I'm going to put it up on my website, the production. So you can go there probably, early next week, if not tomorrow.